Welcome back guys. In today's session, we'll see everything about Node-RED. So what's Node-RED? Node-RED is a flow-based development tool for visual programming that puts together hardware devices, APIs and other online services as part of the Internet of Things. Meaning that you need not code anything, just use the widgets that are already present in the app to create new tools. It is very simple to use because of three major features. One, it is browser-based flow editing, meaning that you can edit your stubs anywhere, anytime. Second, it is built on Node.js. And third, you can do social development, meaning that you can import and export the file anywhere you want. That is because whatever you create is stored in the form of JSON file, which you can later export to other platforms. Let's get started guys. Go to the search bar and type Node-RED and click on Node-RED app. Now create a new Node-RED instance. Leave the default name there or give your own name. Select the region. Make sure you select the same region as you selected for other services. Select the pricing plan and then create. Now it will take a while for all the service credentials to get provisioned, meaning that you can even take a small break. The next step after service credential provisioning would be to deploy our app. So why do we need to deploy the app? Even though you create your own instance, until you deploy your app, your continuous delivery would not be enabled. Continuous delivery as in you can use all the services continuously. Click on deploy your app and then you need to do two steps. One, create a new API key. Select on new. An API key will be automatically generated for you. Once the API key is created, the next step would be to allocate required memory. Make sure you allocate at least 128 MB of memory. I'm going to allocate 256 MB and then select the region, the same region as when we created the instance. Wait for a while so that our instance is being validated. Then give next. Again you are asked to provide the region, then click create. So you can see that it is getting configured again. Wait for a while. Our resources are being allocated here. Once you are done, you can see that our toolchain is successfully created. Now go to the resources list page. You can see our Node-RED instance is being listed here. Now refresh the page, list page. Under apps, you can see that your app has been created. Click on the app. You need to do one thing before we can start using the app. You can see that the status here is cancelled. Click on it. Both your build and deploy stage must be passed. Make sure it is running. Wait for a while so that it gets completed to 100%. Go back to our resources list page. Wait for a few minutes guys and then click on the instance that has been created under Cloud Foundry apps. If our instance has been created successfully, you can see the action is running. Click on the visit app URL next to the action. In the Node-RED home page, click on Go to your Node-RED Flow Editor. So when you are entering the page for the first time, you need to create username and password. I have already created mine. Just enter the credentials and then log into your page. Now log into your page. So this is our dashboard. You can have many tabs. These are the widgets I was talking about. I'm going to create a new tab here. So let's just start with a simple application here. Let me just drag and drop this debug widget here. This is meant to display our messages. Let's say now click and drop a text button and then a form. So what we are trying to do here is that enter our name in the form and then present that as the output in our window. You can connect the widgets by dragging in these small buttons. You can have multiple connections. Now let's just configure our forms. Before that, when we haven't configured our widget, we can see small triangle and a circle above our widget. So click on our widget. Now there are two things to be done here. First, we need to create our group name. Second, we need to create our tab name. I'll create a new group name. Click add new UI group and then click on the edit button next to it. Now give a name to it and again under tab add new UI tab and then click on edit button. Give a name or just leave it as such and then click on add. So a new tab has been added and then click on add again. So home is our tab and default is our group name. Now let's just create and name input. Give the label and then name and then select the type of input, text. If it is a mandatory field, enable the required button there and then click done. So once we have configured, we can see that the triangle above the widget has disappeared. Similarly, we can configure the text widget too. Select the tab that we created, home default, and then click done. Now let's just have this connection form and message payload. Click on deploy. Click on the graph symbol there and then the arrow button below it. Now I have many tabs in here. That is why I have this sidebar here. We can select the flow that we need to see. Now if I say I'm typing my name and then clicking submit, the output will be reflected in the debug tab. Select debug. So whatever name I gave there is printed in here. So what if we want the output to be printed on the window? Give this a connection and then click on deploy and then back to our web page. Give a name and click on submit button again. You can see that next to text my name is printed. Go back to the tab, drag and drop the function widget, remove the previous connection and connect it via our function widget here. So we need to configure the function widget. So what we actually need is that only the name from the form. So what we need to do is message.payload. Payload is nothing but the message that will be displayed. Message.payload and in square brackets give the form element name and then done, and then click on deploy. Go to our application and then just type a name. And then click on submit. You can see that the name has been successfully printed in the debug tab as well as in our application. So why not we configure it a little bit? Click on the function tab and then say add hi before the message.payload within quotes, hi /t, done, deploy, and then we give a different name this time, say XYZ. Click on submit. There is an error here. What is it? I forgot to add the concatenation symbol, that is plus. Click on done again and then deploy. Now we give the previous name. RUTHI. Submit. See, the message whatever we gave in the function has been printed successfully. Let's just configure this a little bit more. Say, why not add audio out? Under dashboard, you can find this audio out tab. Click and configure the audio out tab here. You just need to select a voice. Select one, click on done and then deploy again. We give the name again, click on submit. Make sure you give the right tab and group name. Select R tab, click on done, deploy. Go back to the application, give a name and then submit.
Hi Sruthi.
See, the audio out is working perfectly fine. So this is how Node-RED app works. You can just select and use whatever widget you need. It has all the IBM Watson services in here. If we want to create an UI for our chatbot, just drag and drop the assistant node in there, configure the widget by giving the right API key, service endpoint, and workspace ID. All these three can be obtained from the Watson Discovery instance page, and then you are good to go. I hope this session was more informative. See you guys in the next session with more interesting stuff. Thanks for watching and do subscribe to our page.